But having Jahmeer back, I mean, having a veteran like that back, how does that help you? And what was like kind of, when you received the news, how did you feel?
It was Christmas for me when he said it. You know, we were super excited because when you get a player like Jahmeer back, it's not just the production you get on the field. I think he's one of the best interior D linemen, but not just that, you get a leader. Like, you want the leader in your room to be a guy that works harder than anybody else, and that's what Jahmeer does. Right? The young guys in my room, Anthony Britton, Jason Hammond, Terrell Jones, like those guys get to see what a Division I college football player is, not just on the field, but how he's in grad school, how he graduated with a 3.0. That's important to me, right? How he takes care of his body. He's the first guy in the building every day. He's stretching. How after workouts he's getting with Coach Smo and Coach Hickman, working on hip mobility. Like, those guys get to see what a complete Division I football player is and how much it takes. And I'm just excited to have him. Just the man he is. Nobody works harder on and off the field, so I'm just super excited to have him because those guys get to see what a pro is like. He's a pro off the field already.
I was going to say, he's got his plate full right now. Between newly married, he's got his business on the side as well. How much have you seen him grow?
He's grown and matured so much. I just seen him around, you know, interacting with his wife, Allison, and, you know, he's such a good husband. You know, just for me seeing him with his business, I know Jaws is intentional about everything he do, right? And he's what a Virginia football player is, what we want him to be. He's a champion man. That's what he is, and I'm excited that he's here. I'm excited. He's a joy. I get to coach him every day. I can't take credit for anything he do. His family did a really good job with raising him, and he's a guy that understands what's important, and he's intentional about everything he do. So I'm just excited that he's here. Excited I get to coach him and be around him, and I'm going to soak in every moment because I do think this is probably the last year I get with him, man. So I'm going to soak in every moment and enjoy every day with him on the grass.
I'm guessing you would wish to have Aaron also back. Yeah. So, but who's kind of stepped into that role? Have you seen guys like Michael Diata make even more strides this offseason?
Yeah, I tell you what, I saw Aaron yesterday. It was good to see him. I asked him how he was doing. He said, Coach, the son is good. So it was really good to see him. I'm excited about him and his wife and the baby. But it's a lot of competition. That's, you know, Coach Elliott challenged me, you know, and I accept the challenge to build competitive depth. Really good defensive lines, and Coach Elliott's been around some of the best and played against some of the best. They play multiple guys because, you know, you got to be able to finish in the fourth quarter, which is something that we're trying to do. And it's hard when you got those interior D linemen, you know, got to play that many snaps. It's hard for them to go rush the quarterback. It's hard for them to stop the run. So we want to build competitive depth. So you got Michael Diata, Jason Hammond, Terrell Jones, right? DJ Jones, all those guys are competing, right? You know, Anthony Britton, all those guys are competing because we want to build competitive depth. We want to play as many guys as we can, right, and not have any drop-offs so we can be fresh, not just for a game, but for a season, for the long haul. So that's the goal. That's the challenge from Coach Elliott, and I've accepted the challenge to try to build competitive depth, and that's the goal.
My final question is, Elliott said that this is the first true offseason that this staff has had leading up to spring. Have you seen the difference coming into this spring compared to the previous two other springs you guys had?
I have. I mean, Coach Smo and his staff did an unbelievable job. I've been coaching since 2005, and it's the best offseason that I've been around from any group of guys. Just the commitment, the buy-in level. Our guys understand the thing that Coach Elliott has been trying to preach to them, that laying a foundation takes some time, right? But winning is a lifestyle. So you got to win in the classroom, right? You got to win everywhere, and then the results are shown in the field. And Coach Smo and his staff have done an unbelievable job. Our guys are strong, they're bigger, they're leaner. I look at guys that came here as first-year guys. I look at Jason Hammond and Anthony Britton, and their body have completely changed. And that's a great testament to Coach Smo and his staff. And the off-season program, just to buy in and everybody, the commitment level, and our guys understand, and like Coach Elliott always said, teams win. We got to be a close group. Right? I've seen our guys go closer. They love each other, right? And when you love somebody, you want to give your all for them. You don't want to let them down, right? So that's why that's so important. So our guys have done a really good job this offseason. The challenge for us is just build on what Coach Samo and his staff did, because they did an unbelievable job, and we're 2 practices in, and we just got to keep building on it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach Downing, how are you?
How you doing, Greg?
Good, good. Jahmeer was talking a little bit about how he has a goal to upgrade his pass rush a little bit. What have you seen from him, and what are some areas of emphasis that could help him in that department? What are you trying to pull out of him to make him a better pass rusher?
Yeah, the biggest thing with Jahmeer, in his pass rush, I think his ball get off is something that we really concentrated on. Getting off the football, right? Because you win what you get off so much in this game. He's super strong dude, strongest guy on our team, so he got power, but just working on some counters off that power move. And that's what we've been working on. And some hip flexibility has been really good. I've seen improvements there from Coach Mo and his staff. And the thing that Jahmeer did this offseason was he challenged himself that he wants to be a lean guy. And he's 307 pounds right now. He's leaner. He's playing faster. His hands are more violent, and I see a lot of more flexibility in his hips. So the one thing about Jahmeer is Jahmeer came back because the team is more important than Jahmeer, right? Jahmeer wants to make sure that he leaves and Virginia football is in a good place. And he understands, as the team goes, then my individual things will go. And that's the thing I love about Jahmeer, right? He just want to play really good defense. And we want to improve his pass rush, but we understand, right? You can rush a passer a whole lot better when you stop the run, right? So that's what we got to do. And we understand we got to earn the right to rush a quarterback. We understand we got to improve on that, right? And we accept that challenge, right? But we got to make sure we're doing a good job of stopping the run. And we get to go against, in my opinion, Coach Huff is one of the best in the country at coaching his guys, right? So the O-line we go against every day, they're super well coached, don't matter who's there. So for us, it allows us to get better. So I'm excited about it, but the biggest emphasis for Jahmeer is ball get off, hip flexibility, and being super violent with our hands.
Gotcha. What would it mean for the defense to get a couple sacks from Jahmeer, some interior, some pressure from the interior?
Well, we got to. We got to be able to do it inside because I believe our edge guys are good players. I believe they do a good job. Chico and Cam and Ben Smiley, they provide pressure off the edge, and quarterbacks can't step up. So we know the challenge for us is to be able to push the pocket on the inside, and we got to do a better job of it. We accept it, and we got to do a better job of it. And, I'm not concerned because guys like Jahmeer, they want to get better, right? That's the goal, is self-improvement. So for us, that's important for us. The who is not so much important, but it's, you know what I mean? We just got to get them. And I think Jahmeer you will see leaps and bounds grow with us. But the emphasis for us is if we stop the run, we'll be able to go rush a quarterback a lot better.
Gotcha. Did you feel like your guys did a decent job of stopping the run, playing the point of attack last year, or
we got to improve. We got to improve. A lot of times you saw us at the point of attack. But a lot of times you got to be able to play gap and a half in this football game, You got to be able to play your gap and cover someone else's. So for us, the number one rule in our defense is finish on the football. So we got to finish on the ball better. Block destruction is something that we're really concentrating on this offseason. So we got to improve. But guys improve, and they're improving now. But I'm excited to see us continue to grow this spring. With 2 practices down, I've seen improvement. And the goal we talk about all the time is just climb the mountain. If you get a little better each day, you will really like where you at 15 practices at the end of the thing.
Gotcha. And last one for me. What was the value for guys like Britton, Jones, and Hammond getting some playing reps last year, game action, first year? What was the value in that for them, just seeing some game action last season?
Game action is something you can't replicate.
Gotcha.
So just being able to get into a game and feel it, see your emotions going, right? The V-Sabers on your helmet, right? And you're going against another opponent, it's on the line, it's on, the score is on the line. You can't replicate it, right? Those things. So now when they go out there, it'll be a little more familiar to them because practice is fast. We practice fast here, right? And the hat speed is really fast here. But in the game, it's revved up even more. So the speed of the game and those things are really good, and the more reps you take a game, the better you get. So it's just so valuable. Jason to play down the stretch last year, Hammond to play those games down the stretch is so valuable. And you've seen so much improvement the first 2 days from him. We just got to continue to grow.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach. How are you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Good. You talk about these improvements that Jahmeer's made with his body on the off season. I mean, obviously finishing in the fourth quarter is a big goal for you guys. So how much of that physicality does play into that goal of finishing?
It's everything. We want to be a fit football team, a fast, intelligent, and tough football team. That's what we want to be. And Coach Elliott challenged me, especially as the defensive tackle coach, right? You got to play guys, right? We got to develop competitive depth and be able to roll guys. Because when guys can play less snaps, they're fresher in the fourth quarter, and that's a big deal, right, when you're feeling good. So the physicality of it, right, for us, that's all it is. It's balance every snap as a defensive tackle. And a lot of times, it's 600 pounds on you, all the snaps. So balance is key, and physicality is key. So for Jahmeer, he wanted to lean his body out. He said he thought it would help him, and I've seen the improvements, just how he's practiced these first 2 days, and just he's grown so much there, and he's so intentional, right? I walked by last week, he was meeting with Enza about, hey, I'm at spring ball, I know I'm gonna burn more calories here, but I want to keep my weight here. What do I have to do? So for Jahmeer, everything's intentional, and I'm just so glad our young guys we got in the program, especially in the defensive tackle room, get a chance to be around him on a daily basis. But the goal for us is to build competitive depth. If we build competitive depth, we'll be better in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and we say all these great things about Jahmeer, and he's intentional, and he's made all these offseason gains. I mean, what is maybe his ceiling or the biggest improvement that you expect from him this spring and this upcoming season?
Yeah, we always talk about the number one goal in our defense is just finish on the football. So, just doing a good job of maintaining your gap. And if the ball ain't in your gap, hey, really doing a good job of finishing on the ball, right? Finishing on the ball. That's the number one goal for everybody in our defense, to do a better job of that. Right, block destruction is something we continue to work on, getting off blocks, right, and then continue to rush the passer. So I think Jahmeer can continue to get better, and I think he will because of how much it means to him.
Yeah, and then I think last one for me, I mean, he has built a business now, sports consulting, trying to help younger guys. I mean, what does it say about him that not just on the football field he's trying to, help the younger guys in the room, but like off of the field, literally building a business to help younger guys?
Well, I think the number one thing to tell you is what this game means to Jahmeer. He wants to give back. Like, he understands what the game did for him and how important it was for him and what this game did for him, and he wants to give back. And that's our goal in life. We want to pay it forward. You want to give back, help as many people as you can, and that's a part of being a champion man, right? And that's what Jahmeer is, I think, and he's continuing to grow. And I'm just so excited that I get to be around him this last year, and I'm going to soak up every moment of it. Every time I'm around him, I'm going to soak up every moment and enjoy it. And we're just going to continue to try to get better, a little better every day. That's the goal, right? I told Jahmeer, right, if we just climb the mountain a little bit, long we don't stay still, even if it's only one step, at the end of 15 practices, we'll be better than where we started, and that's the goal.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guys all good?
Let me sneak one more in, if it's okay. You guys just have an older veteran defense collectively, like beyond your position group. What does that help do in the spring as you're trying to get reps, get practice going when you have older veteran players all across the defense? Yeah,
it helps, especially with the culture of finishing on the ball and being violent, getting out of the stack, what we say, and playing hard and being a fast, intelligent, tough football team. It helps there. But the thing that you got to make sure you stress the guys is you got to earn it every day, every year, right? So the snaps and the stats and anything you had last year, they don't carry over. Like, that's this game, right? And you got to earn it every year, and that's the thing that I'm so proud of Jahmeer about. Like, he's a guy that's going to be a multi-year captain, right? I've been here going on 3 years. He's a guy that's going to be a 3-year starter. I've been here, right? He goes out there and earns it every day. And that's what you got to do. That's what the good ones do, right? They understand. Like, what I did last year, how many snaps I played last year don't matter. In the grand scheme of things, it don't matter. You got to go earn it every day. Now, from a culture standpoint, it really helps, right? It really helps, right? It really helps of being that fit football team, that Coach Elliott wants us to be. It really helps running on and off the field, which is super important. It really helps. Like, those guys get to see Jahmeer get the meetings with his pencil and his pad, taking notes. Like, that really helps, right? But on the field, you got to go earn it every day, right? Because that's what everybody else is trying to do. So those snaps and stats don't carry over, but the culture piece of it, it really helps. And I'm excited that those guys are back. And we're just going to build every day. Like, we're not concerned about, right, what we've done in the past or how many snaps. We're concerned about trying to get a little better every day. And if we climb the mountain every day, at the end of 15 practices, we'll be happy where we are, right? But we got to get a little better every day, right? And the big key, I think, also those guys that play snaps, the young guys get to see that, oh man, when Jahmeer got free time, even though he's married, even though he got a business, you mean he's up here watching film with Coach Downing on his free time, right? Those guys get to see. Last night we had a 3.0 dinner. Man, Jahmeer had a 3.0 last night. He was at the dinner. Cam Butler was at the 3.0 dinner. Chico Bennett was at the 3.0 dinner. Antonio Clary was at the 3.0 dinner. It helps, right? Those old guys understand that winning is a lifestyle. And if I can win here, if I can win here, you're going to eventually win out there. So the culture piece of it helps tremendously, right? But on the grass, we got to go earn it every day. And that's why I'm so happy. This is the most fun I've had. Coaching football, I'm excited. It's awesome on the grass, and I'm just loving the group and get to continue to grow with them.